Hey, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the Brown Gent. Pretty big news on the weekend, on a Sunday night here in Dubai. I'm going to talk a bit about the announcement. I know a lot of people have been flipped from thinking it's over to we are back, but I do want to give you guys some caution given what I said yesterday, because a lot of people will be foolish enough to think that everything has changed. Nothing has changed. I'm going to explain why. And while this is obviously positive, please do not be tricked into just flipping into buying everything right now. Let me explain why in this video. And obviously, since this is an Ask Me Anything, feel free to ask any questions you have. So as always, remember, nothing I say is financial advice. You're in charge of your own decisions. If you want to check out my EVM wallet, you can go onto bank and sort of see how that's doing. You can see the transactions, just a ton of scam transactions these days and whatever, but you can see the majority of what I do. If you want access to my paid services, they're linked down below, or they will be linked down below because I didn't get a chance to do it. And one more exciting news, this might be the last video I take here. Starting tomorrow, I basically got a long-term place. It's not that far from me right now, but it's way nicer than where I'm staying. It's a duplex of sorts, so definitely pumped for that. Got the maximum internet package. So while this is an Airbnb and I can't control any of it, I got like 1 gigabyte speed download and 300 megabytes upload. And if that's not good enough, I will upgrade it further. So no more lagging, none of that stuff going forward, okay? Now, obviously, you're here because you saw the big announcement on crypto. And, I can see here Aaron James is obviously, it's cool, man. You're probably your first cycle. Listen, it's all good. You're probably one of the people who are telling people to buy ETH at 27 and 2800 when I was telling you guys 2100, right? It's all good. Like I said, I don't hold anything against anyone. I'm here to basically give my opinion. If you choose to sort of chase, it's up to you. I'm going to tell you what I'm doing, okay? So the market is very green, but that doesn't mean much has changed. Now, a couple of things I want to highlight. Number one, Carlitos Way is one of many who basically talked about this massive bet that was made on Hyperliquid, right? It was a 50x long on Bitcoin and Ethereum, no stop loss, very tight liquidations. So everyone sort of suspected something was going on. The conversation on Twitter earlier today, I remember being in a few conversations, and a lot of people were thinking it's basically like delta neutral hedge somewhere else. But some people were like, maybe it has to be an announcement on the strategic reserve, right? And that's exactly sort of what came out at the end of the day, which what I should tell you is, given that the strategic reserve announcement came out, and right immediately so, the 50x leverage trade on Hyperliquid was closed. So it's literal insider crime from someone who has information from the Trump administration. We know, by the way, that this is not something to be unexpected, right? What came out with the interview with Hayden and CoffeeZilla was at that private dinner with Trump. They were basically telling people about the Trump token, giving them the info and the heads up before it launched. And so some people just got a heads up. Honestly, that's just the way the world works, right? So many different things. It's about who you know. And obviously, it kind of sucks that this insider stuff goes on. But hey, it happens. What I don't like is when people get insider information and pretend like it's all skill, like the LA Vape Cabal and Janina, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Now, this announcement came out first, which basically was a U.S. crypto reserve will elevate this critical industry after years of corrupt attacks. Blah, 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 blah. Most important words, crypto strategic reserve includes XRP Sol and Cardano. Includes mean it's not restricted to it, right? Obviously, aligned with what he was saying, U.S. is the crypto capital of the world. And basically, I responded right after saying, hey, look, many don't realize, but obviously Ethereum and Bitcoin are obvious inclusions, and here's why. I want you guys to understand, it doesn't matter what the hell they say. A strategic reserve is not here to pump the people who already have the tokens. No, you create a strategic reserve in whatever assets, whether it's gold, crypto. If you think that asset will appreciate and you don't want the wealth of your country to basically relatively come down compared to somebody else because they invested in that. So the US is basically saying, okay, well, we want to make sure that if crypto does really well and other countries invest in crypto, we invested it to make sure that that sort of gain is neutralized. That's the whole point of the strategic reserve. And obviously, right after, he came back and said, hey, like, obviously Bitcoin and ETH, see, obviously, right? Because only an idiot would think that these were not included, right? Like, it should have been super obvious. If Cardano is being called out, you think Bitcoin isn't? Like, forget what you think about ETH, but you think Bitcoin is not included? It's just ridiculous. Now, I'm going to use an example of Aaron James here, right? This changes everything really, and you think it's not done dipping, you crazy fam. So like, here's the thing. You get announcements all the time. And a lot of times these announcements are, I don't want to say they're done with the intention of creating a bull trap, but a lot of times, like I remember when I made my first video my first video right after that big liquidation, and the next day, ETH went to 2,900, and Eric Trump said it's a great time to add Ethereum. Well, it actually ended up marking the top. I remember people were like, oh, Brown Gent's like a Jeter, paper hander, selling his ETH for a loss and whatever. And guess what? It took us about a month, but we finally got there. And I am not saying by any means that we're not going to run up. I think we will. That hasn't changed. But what did I tell you guys? If you guys were watching yesterday, I was very clear with you that we basically go down like this, right? We go down like this. Where basically every single time my drawings are shit, but every single time, what ends up being the bounce level bounces up, comes down to the next level, and then basically gets rejected at that previous bounce level, and it sort of goes down until like it hits a certain point, and then it basically V recovers, or not V recovers, but it basically sidesteps the same way. So the same way we go down is the same way we go up. So it's like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. I hope this sort of makes sense to you guys. It's not just, it will not just be this. That almost never happens in such a low frequency amount. So the reason I say all this is right now, fantastic, ETH is jumping up here. I would not be surprised to see ETH go to this 2,600 and then come down here, go like this, come down here. In fact, I'm going to leave this, even though this drawing is shit, I'm going to leave it here. I'm not saying it has to do this, but keep in mind that this possibility still exists. People who are just all ready to talk about like, you know, like fibs and talking about like CME, like the Cleve Monster, like 78K was a key zone, right? Fill the CME gap. I believe I responded to your comment on YouTube, right? I am not saying the market has bottomed or not. I'm not talking about that, right? But what you have to understand, right, is this is not new information. How many times do we have to say the word strategic reserve, the market pumps, and then people are like, what? How did it go down? Let him implement a strategic reserve, right? Let that happen. How many people are just literally rushing to jump into the fire? And Aaron, by the way, dude, Aaron, I think you're right. I think the market is reversed. I think you should go all in right now. Let me know how that turns out for you, buddy. Like literally, look, I'm just sharing my opinion, okay? Guys, what in this announcement is new? Tell me what in this announcement is new. Trump has already told us many times he wants to support US-based cryptos, right? So if we go to CoinMarketCap, lum-de-dum-de-dum, where's the US-based crypto? Oh, XRP. Okay, no, not BNB, right? Oh, Solana. Oh, okay. Oh, Cardano. Oh, wow. It's like it's literally in front of your face. Like, guys, please don't be an idiot. Like, I'm not saying it won't recover eventually. And if you have bought now or you have bought before, you're fine. If you want to close your eyes and wait 3 months, hey, it doesn't matter. None of all of this will be moot. But if you're going to come in here and go, hey, like, and I tell it to you, I'm saying this not for people like, Cleve Monster and Aaron, who maybe have so much money that it doesn't matter where they buy. But I'm talking to that everyday person who has $2,000 and needs to maximize how they enter. Am I going to tell them, guy, yeah, buy XRP now at $2.84? Are you out of your mind? No way, no shot. Like, it's just not going to happen. Like, if you did not buy on the dip, why would you buy on this massive green candle? So many people get trapped because these end up being the liquidation, those bounces, right? Remember, like, literally yesterday and even 3 days ago, I told you guys the market was going to bounce. And and I told you when the bounce happens, it's because people get bullish. They get FOMO. They feel like they're going to lose. They feel like they're going to miss out. I feel it too. I'm telling you. Like, I'm looking at this and going, fuck, I don't have enough ETH. That's what I'm thinking. But what? Does that mean I'm going to buy it at 2,400 and then watch it come down to 7, maybe, like, in the next week or two? How can I do that? Guys, like, we have to be smart. We don't have infinite money. We don't. So we have to understand, look at it from the position of the market makers. Look at it from the position of smart money, right? I'm not saying, okay, if you had listened and you bought Ethereum at 2,100, like we talked about, great. You can hold on to it. And if it runs up, fantastic, right? Like, I posted that on Twitter as well. I said, I'm happy if we go down more or if we go up. I'm happy either way. You know what I'm saying? Let me go find that tweet. It was like earlier today. Where is it? Right here. Despite the potential for more downside, there are still some incredible entries if you believe the bull run isn't over. I loaded up lots of BTC at 79K and ETH at 21. I would still love to get cheaper entries, but if not, I'm happy for us to rally from here. We won't know until we look back on this if this is a bottom or not, right? But what I do know is every single time these things happen, right, everyone gets excited, and wherever we end up bouncing, whether it's here or here, I don't know, likely around 26, what ends up happening is it comes back down, takes these, and then runs up, right? Like I said, at this level, at 2,100, people were not capitulating. Let me tell you something. People were not saying it's over. For Sol, they were not saying that. Like, Sol at 128, they were saying that. Sol, Ethereum at 2,100, no one was saying it. People were depressed, upset. At $1,600, people will literally think it's over. And this is what I spent so much time yesterday going through, right? Just take a look at this. Let me just go to the weekly and let me sort of show you that green box again, right? So basically, if you look at this chart, anyone who bought basically in the last year is down. Do you get what I'm saying? Forget this black line because that's what I just drew. But everyone here is in the red, right? When they were 2,100. But if we get to 1,700, only these people are profitable. And this is what smart money wants, right? Like I said, I can't tell you whether a bottom is in. And this is why, Cleve Monster, I'm not saying that you are wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong, right? That, like, I agree with what you're saying here. Don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying here as well is you won't know it's the bottom till hindsight. And that's why you don't, I was saying this earlier, maybe a day ago or even a couple days before, don't just wait for one spot to buy. Ladder in, just like you ladder out when you're selling, because you don't want to get greedy and miss out on some great entries if the market does end up running. Because let's say I'm wrong here. Let's say like it doesn't play out that way and it just skyrockets, right? ETH goes to 7K. I don't want to have to chase. So that's why I was buying all the way down, right? 2,100, 2,090, 2,080, whatever, you know what I mean? 2,120, all that stuff. But that's why. Now, just taking a look here, right? Like, nothing has changed. I'm going to repeat this again. Nothing has changed from this announcement. In this announcement, Tell me what he said here that we didn't already know or wasn't already obvious. He may not have mentioned XRP, Sol, and ADA like verbally, but he basically did when he said he's prioritizing US crypto projects, right? They're not going to be taxed, whatever, right? No capital gains on them. Then Bitcoin and ETH, obviously, right? Like you don't have a strategic reserve if you don't have Bitcoin, if you don't have ETH. So we knew this. There's nothing in here about, hey, we just launched the crypto reserve. That would have been a game changer. That would have been very different. If I saw that, then I would have said, okay, you know what? Now things have changed. This is more word salad. This is like when Cynthia Loomis or whatever was like, oh yeah, it's gonna be great. They make all these announcements, nothing is there. And at the end of the day, I really think it'll end up playing just like what happened with Eric Trump when he tweeted about Ethereum. It's a good time to add it. And then it just was the top. Literally, I think that's what's going to be happening right here. Right? Like I said, these tend to be very good opportunities to get out. It's a good confirmation. Yeah, 100%. But we already knew this, right? We already knew that like the strategic reserve was being created, right? The only confirmation we got was XRP, Sol, and Cardano. But like what? Was he going to say no to those and put some other ones in? Like that's why I say like take a look at CoinMarketCap. Go down the list. What else is American? I don't know if Dogecoin is. I know Tron isn't, right? But you can literally probably find it here. I don't know if Chainlink is, right? But maybe this will help identify it as well. And that's why I think that please, the only thing I ask, right? I'm not telling you guys to sell anything, but if you were depressed or upset over the last couple of days and you were like, all right, when this happened and you didn't really think this was going to happen, despite, some of us talking about this, like ever since this happened, I was like bearish, right? So boom, 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 came down. And this same chart basically happened for Bitcoin. So whatever, right? Like coming down. If you were upset and you were stuck offside and you had no money to buy the dip, my recommendation to you is on this appreciation, sell some. Sell some to give you the flexibility to buy if we go lower. And that way, if we go down, you don't feel bad and you can buy the dip. And if we go up, who cares? You only sold a tiny bit. That's probably the way I would play it if I were you. I have a bunch of funds set aside to buy ETH at 16 to 1700 and Bitcoin anywhere above 60K. Same with Sol, right? Sol, I actually ended up selling, I think it was like 89 or 90 Sol for like $163, just like half an hour ago. I had bought it for like 143, 144 when I was at the gym, and it like skyrocketed. This is like a very small purchase in comparison to the 550 that I sold, what was it, like 3 days ago or 2 days ago? But once again, I think this is one of those bounces and then we go down, right? Like, I don't think this is going to be sustained. What was very different, and maybe I can share this example. Or Aaron. Man, what I wouldn't give to like, how do I put it? What I wouldn't give to be this naive anymore. Like I'm saying, it could definitely just keep running. Definitely, right? But here's the difference. Like, let me go back to, there's an Ethereum. I was in Vienna, and it was, I believe it was right here. Was it this? This date, May 20th. Not Vienna. I was in Zurich. Okay, so I was in Zurich and I had to go to this like strategic thing that we were running, strategic workshop in the UK. But I was there and I remember walking home from the gym, and I remember like just looking. I had some Ethereum longs on Hyperliquid, and they were going nuts. And I believe this was the candle when the ETF announcement was made. The ETF. I think it was the ETF being filed, and it like ran up. And this is obviously very different, right? Because that was not expected, right? It did a massive candle, and then over the next like month or whatever, it sold off, right? Like, obviously, like this is very different. This is a way better setup in my opinion, and it also came down. I don't think I personally do not think that this will last. I personally do not think so. Like I said, unlike Aaron, I am actually like very exposed into the market, and I could sell 80% of what I have, and I likely probably still have more than Aaron does in the market. Doesn't make a difference, right? But when you are invested in the market, you want to be smart with your money. You want to be strategic, right? Like the whole idea here is great. We don't want to be suckers. We don't want to be like moths to a flame. And we don't want to just see the news and go, okay, oh, it's time to buy ETH at 2,500 or 2,450, right? And by the way, like, here's the thing. I come on here and I give my opinion. I can be wrong, but I'm explaining why. Aaron's only reason is, oh, T on the chart. Oh. He reversed the market with words. Yeah, deal with it. You see what I'm saying? And I'm sure when, like, if Aaron is wrong, he'll be back, next week to say about something different, right? That's the beauty. This is the curse of coming on here to help people, is you have people who literally are like, nope, I don't have an open mind. They just want to be like, hey, this is the only way it can happen. I'm saying it could happen, but keep this in mind. What I have seen in the market so many times is these end up being bounces, the sell off, and then it will sort of mean revert back after, right? So like, that's what I think will happen. So if I'm going to finish drawing this. I need to get better at drawing, but basically it's like this. Something like this, whatever, you know what I mean? Like something like that. And then basically, we take a look over here. Sol is doing great. Like I said, I think these are all like nice exit bounces. You'll also know, right? Just take a look at the levels and what levels it basically won't go past. That helps confirm it. XRP, $2.89. That's not bad, right? Once again, let's see what happens here. Obviously, you don't want to enter here, right? Like personally, and I told, my kickboxing coach actually has some XRP, and my recommendation to him was basically, hey, sell like 50% of it. You know what I mean? Give yourself the opportunity to buy the dip. He bought some at $2. What was it, like 2 days ago? So, and Cardano, honestly, I got nothing to say about Cardano. I'm sure the Cardano maxis are super happy, and I'm sure when the announcement came out and they weren't sure about Ethereum being on it, they're probably like making those like, shit posting about it. But once again, you see here, respect the level. Would love to see it. Like, you see this coming right here. Let's see if it actually sort of breaks this level. So I don't think it will, and I think that's where it sort of bounces below. No, what am I doing? This one. Yeah. Yeah. And then basically come down. We'll see. Like I said, hey, it doesn't matter to me either way what happens, but I think that obviously great news. There's a lot of volatility. In fact, I loaded up a bunch of Ethereum puts on Binance just now, like 2 minutes before this video. But I'm good either way, right? Like my spot buys at 2,090, 2,100, whatever, those are up very well. Same with my Bitcoin purchases. So I can't complain. And hey, like I said, I would love for this stuff to keep going, but I also know better. Hey Hassan, how you doing? Hey Zira, how's it going? Yep, Trump just tweeted Bitcoin, Ether included. Yep. Yeah. Quite the news for a Sunday. Yeah, exactly. And said another tweet. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, the reality is, right, like I made this the moment he did it, and then I went and added the other stuff as information came out, obviously. Wow, this is quite the news for a Sunday. Yeah, no, it's great. Like I love volatility, right? Like one of the things I like doing a lot is like basically flipping stuff, because that's how you make a lot of money, right? You hold stuff and then you also flip stuff. Start of the reversal. Yeah, could be. Well, we will only know once we see where the move stops. Sol to ETH ratio is now 0.07. Cool. I never look at the SOL to ETH ratio. I look at SOL BTC and ETH BTC. I don't know if there's any value in SOL ETH. I don't know though. ETH of the championship. Let's go. Yeah. One thing I will say, Aaron, is like, listen, it doesn't matter. Like you don't just reverse the market. Like Trump can make announcements, and they help for sure, right? Especially like this is the same as like, you know, Millet and whatever, right? Oh, here's Argentina coin, whatever, right? And people sell off things to buy that. And same thing with Trump. When Trump tweeted his contract address, people sold off a lot of on-chain tokens to buy SOL and then swap it into Trump, right? In this case, like I said, what you have to understand is TA will end up someone being respected. Because like news, what I've started to see a lot, actually, the more I've been in this, is people always rationalize moves on the chart after, and obviously, like him doing this is fantastic, right? This was like a huge pumper for the market. But what I'm saying here is, this is not new information. If he said, like I said, your statement would be true if he said, we just launched the US crypto reserve and we are committed to putting Bitcoin, ETH, XRP, SOL, and ADA. We've just purchased blah, boom, skyrocket. Market structure will completely change. This is not new information. It's the same thing as Parroted, right? Dan Hilmer, thanks for free content. Exactly. And by the way, guys, like I said, I could be wrong. Guys, like I'm telling you what I'm doing and sort of my experience and sort of what I've learned. But at the end of the day, you know, just like I will not be knocking on your door and asking for a percentage of your wins, don't come blaming me if you listen to something I said and it, you know, made you lose money, right? I'm only sharing with you what I'm doing, and, you know, I have a pretty good record. You know what I'm saying? Cleve, yeah, I agree. It probably will come back down a bit later. Yeah, exactly. So like my thing here is, guys, just don't feel FOMO. Don't feel the need to rush out and buy these things. You'll have that opportunity. Right? That's why I'm saying it bounces. Like, remember, there's one thing that the smart money hates more than anything else, which is letting leverage traders win. So they don't let things ever run massively to one direction. They just don't let that happen, right? So it happens and then it comes back down and whatever. Like they basically want to get rid of the shorts and get rid of the longs at both ways, right? And earlier, and one thing I will tell you is, so many people were short in this market. Why? Because once we got down here, everyone's like, oh, ETH 2100, now it's time to be short. It's like, no, that's not the time to be short. You know what I'm saying? The time to be short was up here, right? Well, why would you short near resistance? This is stupidity. So they're liquidating all the shorts, and then they will liquidate all the longs that come out of this too. I like that BG has critical thinking. No wonder successful. Yeah, thank you. And by the way, Leonidas, I used to be like, I wasn't head of strategy, but I was like head of marketing and sales for a big pharma company. And, you know, you have to be strategic when you're like dealing with the dollar figures that we were, right? Like I'm talking like $1 billion like product. So anyways, too much hype. Exactly. Too much hype. That's exactly it, right? So like Cleve, like you got to spot, and that's what I was trying to say when I responded to your comment, which was like, we'll never know what the bottom is until we look back, but all you can do is play probabilities very well, right? So if you bought a bunch and you loaded up over here, then fantastic. And if you have even a bit more money in reserve to buy further, fantastic, right? Wayne, I guess we'll have to see how the financial markets react tomorrow. Yeah. One thing I'm looking to do as well is buy Nvidia below $100, between 100 and 110. Would love to get that if I could. I know Nvidia is kind of slipping, and that also might help the market goes down. But like I said, we'll find out very, very soon. Do I think all the US made cryptos will be in the US crypto reserve? I think the bigger ones will. So if you go down CoinMarketCap and just look at, by market cap, it'll likely give you an indication of what is likely to be. And I think someone mentioned something about SUI as well being potential as an option, which would be nice because I do hold some SUI, right? Went through this comment already. Will probably be a short squeeze that will now pump. I think that was what's happening in this too, right? Like they're closing out all these shorts we go. AVAX, SUI, Injective, XRP, Cardano, and Sol. Perfect. Good to know. I have no idea how like I didn't. I'm gonna take a screenshot because I wasn't aware that AVAX was US based. Cool. The Trumpson long ETH. Yeah, exactly. Wait, Trump's son? That's who it was? And they use Hyperliquid, eh? Nice. Let's pump that hype token up. Pump alts BTC sideways. Yeah, I'm not worried about. I think BTC is done very, very well. Nothing bad, right? BTC is up a bit, no? Yeah, it's up 8%. 93K, not bad. ABG Mitos is doing another milking campaign. Oh my god, really? What is it like? Game of Mito 2? Like, what's going on? These projects will literally do everything to not have their token generation event. Like, look at Kaido. It came out while I was here in Dubai, or they announced something, and within like, what was it, 6 weeks, they did their token generation event. What a joke. Screw Mitosis. Yeah, exactly. Bro, this is major for alts. For BTC, not sure. Yeah, but like I said, like we kind of knew that he was going to prioritize the US cryptos anyways, right? Like I said, this is good. I think all those will be selling off after. Like they'll have a mean reversion. Cryptos made in the USA, AVAX, SUI, Injective, XRP, ADA, Sol, L. Litecoin is made in the US. I did know about Aptos as well because of Facebook, right? And Algorand. Cool. Do I think the bull cycle is still intact? I do. There's nothing to indicate otherwise, right? So I love how everyone always is this how different? You can't say this was known by the market. The probability of XRP Sol US reserves are 10%. No. What I'm saying here is we knew he was prioritized. Like, I don't know if this is poly market or whatever you're referring to for the probability of XRP Sol US reserves. But basically, we knew. So like the moment he said that he was not going to put capital gains on US crypto projects, you knew that he was going to include some of them in the reserve. And for me, the exercise that I basically showed, right, the way I would look at this is, let me go down CoinMarketCap from start to finish in the highest market cap order. Why? And why would I do that? Because these are the ones that have the biggest dollar figures, right? So if Bitcoin's not US, great. If Ethereum's not US, okay. XRP is US. So that's why I would have put it in here. Like, what I'm saying is there's a confirmation, but it was pretty much assumed that this would be like that XRP would be included, and same with Sol, right? Did you get what I'm saying? I still have 70% of USDT with me and phone. I'm so confused. So Zira, remember when ETH hit 2100 the other day and I was telling you to consider buying some, you didn't do it? But yeah, and by the way, this is exactly why I made the stream. Is I wanted to, like, sometimes like I make a stream like a day after this stuff happens, but like I want to do the stream right now before people just jumped in and started just blasting at the tops and then getting like bull trapped, right? Like I said, I'm not saying with 100% certainty that's the case, but I'm always like hyper sensitive to the fact that like you want to be avoiding buying on like insane announcements like this. In fact, I'm looking at Bitcoin here at 93K. Hold on. I'm going to sell a bunch of the Bitcoin that I had bought on Wii over here. Because like that's a massive bounce. So yeah. Cool. All right, cool. Yeah. And the reason I'm doing this obviously is because, like, I'll be honest with you, like, I bought a bunch of Bitcoin at 79K, it's 93K. Like it's obvious to me, like, hey, take that money off the table. All right. God, I love Wio. It literally sold a Bitcoin into my bank account. So good. Like, you can't ask for anything better than this. And like, you pay like a 1% fee on each way, but whatever. HBAR as well is US based. Oh, cool. Like Hedera, nice. Nice. I didn't know that. BTC CME shorts are gonna get wrecked behind recognition. Yeah, probably. I think that, like I said, market may sort of buy the, like, they'll basically like get rid of all the shorts, get rid of all the longs, chop, and like I said, I'm expecting this to sort of be that bounce, but we won't know until later. Polymarket, all right, cool. I'm glad you're doing well in Dubai. I'm moving to Mauritius on the 22nd. Am I saying that correctly? Like, I dated a girl from Mauritius, like, what's it, like, not even like 4 years ago. I heard it's very nice. On the 22nd, though, March 22nd. You know, there's a Dubai crypto conference. I think Token 2049 is here, right? Is anyone coming to this, by the way? Where is this? Oh, sorry, it's on April 30th, right? Token 2049 in Dubai. The main crypto event of the year. The guy from Telegram is going to be here. The premier crypto event. I do like this. They're like sipping champagne. I'm probably gonna go here, actually. I mean, I have no excuse not to go. It's like in my backyard now, right? Finally some confirmation. Yeah, cool. What's up, Mike? Should I sell my ADA? I'll be honest with you. I have been clipping out of some of the stuff that I've been buying because of this announcement. Like, at $1 or something is like pretty much where it was before it started coming down. So if it was me, if I held any Cardano, I would be selling right here. But this is not financial advice. You can sell 50% if you want to keep some on the table. I'm sure hoping Coin will start finally pumping. Yeah, me too. Didn't the SEC get rid of their lawsuit against Coinbase as well? That'd be cool. Selling part of my Bitcoin over 104K. Cool. Yeah, like I bought a bunch of Bitcoin like before, but I bought a bunch recently at like 79, 80, whatever. So I just dumped a bunch of that back. This rally could keep going till Monday? Could be. I mean, Monday here is in 2 hours. So I don't know. But basically, here's the thing. Like I said, I have a lot of money in crypto and I buy the dips for this reason so I can take profits, right? Like, makes it somewhat of a no-brainer, you know? Aave Bank is the way. Yeah, so you know what? Aave was getting close to my buy zone. Like, I think, what was it, like $200? What is it right now? 222. Damn it. Yeah. It was getting close to my buy zone. You see? I want to buy it at 150, but damn. Hopefully retrace, but we'll see. $800 entry. What? $800? Oh, I did not know that. Where'd you see that? Pay with crypto. Damn. $800 though. I don't even know who any of these people are. Oh, I know this guy. Raul Paul. Here's the thing though. Apparently, like, Dubai is very good for networking. Oh, look, it's one of the co-founders of Sol. But honestly, like, hey, like, I always want to make it out to one of these events and start networking with people. Hey, Confident, how's it going, man? Hope you're doing well. All right, we've been going live for 45 minutes. Yeah, I just want to come on here and sort of say the piece, talk about what I think is going on. Like I said, I'm selling some stuff on this pump. We'll see how it goes. I think this is a bounce, you know, but at the end of the day, do what you got to do. If you think we're going to keep going up and you want to hold on, do it. I am giving myself even more opportunity to buy the dip if that happens. So guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do me a favor, hit the like button. If you could share the video, follow, subscribe, do all that stuff. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks again for watching and have a good rest of your Sunday.